Hello and welcome to this transmission for the new moon in Gemini. I wanted to try a different format going forward. My main objective was to help myself and help the collective deal with the energies and the moon cycles, to work with these energies so that we can be in alignment. These energies are always present. We go through moon cycles each and every month for the entirety of our lives, but we're not necessarily aware of the energies that are coming through. But they are here to help us, to guide us, to complete cycles, to bring about newness, to transition, to guide us to new beginnings. And so I wanted to guide the collective with messages that will help you in your life and to interact with these moon cycles, these energies, and to help your specific situation. So to start off, we are going to ask the question, what is the energy of this moon cycle? And I've pre-pulled these cards in order to kind of develop the message. And for this question, I tapped into the Sacred Geometry Oracle deck, and we got two cards. Number 42, which is nucleus. So it's talking about a place of new beginning and of inspiration with choices. Now this perfectly follows the theme with Gemini. Gemini is a sign of choices, of possibilities, of curiosity, of being able to see multiple different angles and situations and possibilities and going after them. It's about exploration, about traveling, of following that childlike nature that takes you to a curious adventure. So this is what is being highlighted right now. You may already be in this energy because we are also in Gemini season, where there is a sense of new beginnings and new inspiration coming up. It's a time of energizing ideas and coming to terms with issues. So there may be some sort of breakdowns of the old past life. And 1111, as I'm saying this today, it's like a breakdown of the old versions of ourselves. We just started a new astrological year. We're barely at the third sign. So this is very much fresh energy of a new cycle. And so as we transition into the other signs, we're losing away parts of ourselves and parts of our lives that are no longer in alignment in this cycle. So there was one thing that came through to watch out for, that there will be people who want you to make unreasonable demands on your energy, and in doing so ask you to make a decision or take a position that may not be in your best interest. So the advice was to not ignore or glaze over the situation, but to take a proactive stand. So this specific situation maybe actually a situation that has been repeated over before, and you've kind of not taken a position, or you've ignored taking a position or taking a stand of making a choice. And now you're going to be confronted with actually taking the choice, right? Because we are in Gemini season. This is a new moon in Gemini. And Gemini is about making the choice. You either take the left or the right side, the red pill or the blue pill, right? There is no more I'm not going to take a choice. This is the moment where we are at the crossroads and we must take a choice. So be proactive about this choice. You already know what this choice is deep down. And we're actually going to develop this message further as we go along in this transmission. The next message that came through was hexagon. So this is all about structure, function, and order. And the card was talking about how this hexagon shape is found throughout nature. And it provides structure, function, and order. And that's how nature is built. And nature is so beautiful. And it was talking about how beauty surrounds us. But in the busyness of our life, we forget there are places to go, people to see, things to do. And so it was telling us to tap into the Gemini curiosity. Geminis are very curious. I'm a Gemini. I'm extremely curious about things. I love learning about new things. I love just Googling things and figuring out what they are and how they work. And so tap into that energy of curiosity and exploration, but not just internal exploration. This is talking about external exploration, going out into nature, spending time in nature, smelling the flowers, appreciating the perfection of nature and all of those shapes, those hexagonal shapes that exist out in nature. Explore the curiosities of life. Very important right now. And this is such a great time. We're in spring, right? Transitioning into summer. It's the perfect weather to be able to explore what nature has for us, the beauty of nature. To summarize, the energy of this moon is about new beginnings and having options, choices, possibilities in this new beginning, of finding inspiration, of following the energizing ideas. It's about going outside and exploring the world and the possibilities that exist out in the world. The next question that I wanted to ask for myself and the collective is, what is the energy trying to teach or reveal to us? And this is a really beautiful message, so I'm going to read it all from the Mayan oracle. And the card was about unity, the number 1 in the Mayan system. So this is, open your heart in unconditional love as a chalice of indivisible essence. Let the sacrament of unity be served in you. And the qualities are unconditional love, the one heart, indivisible essence, core vibration, new beginnings, and the chalice of the infinite, and all that is. What is the ray of unity and with self and source? Call forth the resonance of your true vibration. Feel the pulse of this ecstatic frequency of the one. You are being offered profound awakenings and the exquisite radiance of unconditional love. This is a time of new beginnings in your life. Be active in your individual expression, committed to the growth of your essence self. So again, we're being offered new beginnings here, and tapping into those new beginnings. All right, let me continue reading this card. So you contain the paradox of the separate self and unity with the one. You are simultaneously the primal point of beginning and the crowning culmination. You are the initiator. You are the one who opens the way. You may feel alone or separated from source. If so, stand in the unity of your essence self and focus on the reality of the one heart. You are the wisdom that you seek. If this card comes up, be willing to look at how separation from source might be a major life lesson for you. Look at the language that you use that puts the divine outside of yourself. See how you are creating unnecessary self-limitation through such language and beliefs. Move the lensing of your reality out to take the broadest overview of which you are capable of. Envision through the eyes of unity consciousness how your individual parts fit into the whole new hologram of reality emerging. In the most expanded expression of unity consciousness, by simply being an empty and clear lens for the divine, you can release the struggle created by the ego's desire to do. Because at this level of consciousness, you simply become the focusing device through which the coherency of the divine light flows. In this simple way, you are the divine unity and plan unfolding. You are being asked to look at how the belief in competition, however subtle, keeps you stuck in non-unified awareness. As you begin to see that there is only one of us here, competition and lack of cooperation are simply non-survival oriented beliefs. As a species, imperative we would be served in unifying all apparent polarized positions, such as competition and its attenuating belief in scarcity, or we will simply perish as a species. The more you love, the faster you vibrate. Changing your friends' beliefs or the contents of your mind does not change your vibration. The ways you don't love yourself as you are now are the very ways that you keep love out and your vibration down. There's nothing outside you that dictates your experience. Your life experience is entirely determined by your vibration, your awareness. If you want to vibrate in the frequency of unity consciousness, choose love. And this message is continuing to come through, this message of choosing love. And there's a reason for that. There's a square happening between Uranus and Gemini and Pisces in the North Node. And again, Gemini is about the choices, the mind, and the possibilities. And Pisces is all about love. So Pisces is asking, when we remove fear and separation, it all comes down to choose what you love. Gemini is asking, what possibilities do I have? What are the logical possibilities that I have? And Gemini, because it's in the mind, can go into fear, can go into all the things that could go wrong. But Pisces is asking, let's remove separation, let's remove the fear, let's remove everything that could go wrong. What do I want? What do I love to do? Who do I love? Love. It all comes back to love. So Pisces recognizes, and here's what's happening right now. So Gemini explores duality. Geminis are here to explore the lower nature and the divine path. That is the path that Geminis are here. They got two choices, to go to the lower path and to go to the divine path. And they see those paths as separate. But Pisces, because Pisces is the last sign, it's gone through the entire evolution of the astrological signs, and it recognizes that all these paths are one, that we are one, that this is integration of both paths. And that in itself is unity consciousness, that we are not out, that source, the divine, is not outside of us. It is within us. Everything is within us. There is nothing outside of us. And so that is what is being highlighted right now, and what the universe is trying to teach us through this moon cycle, is that everything that we see separately from ourselves is actually within us and is a reflection of what is happening inside, because we are all one. We are all one with the same species. All races of humans are one. We are one with nature. We are one with everything. We are one with the entire universe. And so when we do not love the people outside of ourselves, then we are not loving ourselves. And it's a reflection of how we do not love ourselves. And so Spirit is trying to guide us here into unconditional love, into opening our heart to seeing everything and everyone as one, right? It's saying that it's all coming back to choosing love, not hate, not separation, not competition. It's about choosing love. So to continue summarizing, we know that this energy is bringing new beginnings. New beginnings were also highlighted in this oracle deck. And the new beginnings are highlighting for us to make choices of love, choices of things that we love to do, people that we love. It all comes back to love, to remove the layers of fear, the layers of separation, and see ourselves as one with the other situation, as one with the other person, and to choose love. That is what the universe is trying to teach us at this very moment. And so now it's saying, the question that I wanted to ask here was, what patterns, emotions, or beliefs are being asked to release or become aware of in order for us to connect with that energy of love and to align to these new beginnings in love? And I'm not just talking about relational love, but just love in general to life and everything that is life. And so something that came up was being aware of programming. What is coming from others and not from yourself? So connecting back to your soul, your heart, and to love, and not letting it be drowned out by the programming that exists outside of ourselves. So this was card number 33, Integration, in the Shamanic Healing Oracle deck. So we are the sum of all of our experiences in this and other lives. We all bring forward a wealth of knowledge, talents, and wisdom. One of the challenges is remembering who we are. We are bombarded every day in every way with messages on who we should be, what we should do, and what we should wear, how we should live. These messages coming from media, society, our family and friends, and even strangers can drown out who we really are meant to be, who we have grown into lifetime after lifetime. Find some quiet moments in your day to identify and start a relationship with that small, strong voice inside you. Pretty soon, you won't hear the other messages. Many times in your interactions with others, you hear that small voice that tells you something is not right. Your logical mind tells you to stop it. Nothing is wrong. Stop being silly, dramatic, or overreacting. You may ignore your inner voice in a quest to fit in, to be loved or admired. But you do not realize that your inner voice is warning you that the other person's energy is not matching their words or actions. Listen to your instincts about the situation or person. So it's asking us to reconnect with that authentic version of ourselves again. So it's asking us to connect to our love, our internal love, and our internal of who we actually are inside, and removing the programming that exists in our mind, in our brain, that is constantly telling us what to do, what to say, how to live our lives, but that is not actually in alignment with who we actually are. And I've actually made a video about this in my YouTube about programming, how we are programmed through external factors, through society, our family, friends, media. A lot of what we think is our own thoughts, our own programming, is actually programming from external factors. And so we have to really sit in stillness and listen to the actual who we actually are, and listen to our internal guidance system, our bodies, our soul, our heart, and where that is guiding us, and not listen to the external programming that is out there. So in order to come into alignment with ourselves, we have to become aware of this programming and to not follow that program anymore, to overcome that programming, to let go of it, and to realign to who we truly are, and so that we can live the life that is most authentic with ourselves. The next card that came up was number 1, movement into balance. So the sun balances the moon just as the earth, the water, and the sky remain in precious balance. So are you moving from unbalanced ideas and lifestyles into a more balanced way of being? A situation may call for some tweaking to adjust it into a balanced mode. Look at the energy and emotions you are putting out into the universe, your world, your relationships, or goals. Balance with the energy you're allowing yourself to receive. The body inherently tries to maintain a state of balance. So do our souls. If you are not receiving enough, you may be unconsciously giving more to restore a perceived balanced state. Step out of the automatic response and listen to your guides and your soul for what this situation truly warrants. So they're asking us to balance our energy, but in order to balance our energy, we have to become aware of our energy and where it is truly unbalanced. And like this card was saying, the body inherently tries to maintain a state of balance, right? And that process is called homeostasis. And I've made a video about this on my YouTube about how we are programmed, and there is a process that maintains balance, that maintains stability in our body and in our nervous system. But that stability, that balance that comes out of that process isn't necessarily healthy, because the body and the mind, our nervous system, can stabilize in fear. It could stabilize in anxiety. It could stabilize in stress. It could stabilize in chaos. And so even though you're in a quote unquote normal environment, a stable environment, you may be in an environment that isn't in alignment with you. You may be in an anxious state all the time because your body has normalized that. So your body will adapt to recurring emotional states in order to keep you pretty much alive. And it uses those states to continue to program your mind, your brain, to guide itself in your actions, your habits, and behaviors. So if you're constantly in chaos, in stress, in anxiety, and fear, then your body has adapted to that and is now programming you with those emotions. And so all your actions, your behaviors, and your life pretty much in general is being dictated by those recurring emotional states. And this is what you have to become aware of. This is what this is saying, that just because you are in stability, you are in quote unquote balance, does not mean that this is in alignment with your soul, alignment with your heart, alignment with what you actually want to live. The next question that I had was, how can we work with this energy in a grounded, aligned way? And I think the message was really perfect. I pulled 2 cards from the Animal Spirit deck, and they were all about feminine energy. So the first one that I pulled was the Whale. And so this is about the feminine forces of compassion and communication, being a beacon in the dark. The Whale represents profound emotional health and stability, Whale personalities are not afraid of emotional expression or traversing difficult terrain, as they have overcome many challenges in their lives. These experiences have enriched them, given them stability, strength, and the depth that is rare. Whale energy is usually linked to the feminine forces of compassion and communication. We can depend on whale personalities when all else seems lost, and trust them to be a beacon in our darkest hour. And when this energy is in balance, we are calm, we are steady, and we are deeply compassionate. When we're out of balance, we can feel heavy and we can slip into the old story. And to bring this energy into balance is regular self-care. And so, one thing that came through with this card was this idea about being deeply compassionate. But we have to be deeply compassionate to ourselves first. The energy that's being presented to us is about new beginnings and to see ourselves as one, and to see that we are being programmed by other people, by society, by our friends, our family, by media. And so we have to find compassion within ourselves first, to take care of ourselves first, and then also be compassionate towards others. I think that was really important to be highlighted here. This isn't just about giving compassion to others, but you have to give love to yourself first in order to love to manifest externally. And then another portion here that was really important is when we're out of balance in this energy, we can slip into the old story. And that old story is the programming that we have been receiving from our friends, our family, society, media, etc., etc. It's what has been creating the lives that we're currently experiencing. And if those situations are not what you want for yourself, then you have to become aware of that story, that old programming, and step away from that programming. And so it's saying to be aware of this, to be compassionate towards yourself, to say, yes, I've been programming, but I'm choosing a different path now. I'm letting go of that programming. And to provide regular self-care for yourself. The other card that came through was the deer, which is another feminine energy. So this is the loving, intuitive, graceful, the mother. The deer represents the feminine aspects of earth energy. This energy is available to all creatures, regardless of gender, but is especially potent in new parents. During the first few days, they are fully present, nurturing, and calm. Their inner beauty radiates and a sense of grace calms the room. A deer personality affects others in this way, drawing them toward a quiet tenderness. The deer card may appear when a birth or celebration of a new life draws near, or when a situation calls for absolute gentleness and compassion. And so I believe this card showed up because we are in this new beginning, right? So the energy is calling us for a new beginning, and we must be able to act like a new mother and tend to our baby, which is that new beginning, through compassion, through being loving of this new beginning. And it's also reminding me of us having one seed, and we need to tend to that one seed that is our new beginning, through love, through watering, through providing what it needs in order for it to grow. And so when we're in balance, we're receptive, we're compassionate, we're nurturing. When we're out of balance, we can become conserved and protective. And this reminded me also about mothers or fathers also, where they can become overly concerned about their child and really protective about their child and worried if this XYZ is going to happen. But that's just bringing extra fear. extra anxiety that is unnecessarily. We also have to let things unfold in their own way and let go of control. And so to bring this energy into balance and to connect with this feminine energy is to be out in nature, which is exactly what one of the cards said, is to explore nature more, to be out in nature, to see the beauty that is nature, and to also surround yourself with children. On a personal level, I've been spending some time with my niece and then with my kids, and I've been kind of letting my Gemini childlike energy be loose around them and just actually playing with them. And it feels so good because you just let go of that adult version of yourself, and that can quickly turn your energy around and just gives you a sense of joy, of curiosity, of magic, and of just exploration that as adults we don't necessarily experience because we're being told to act like an adult. And to sum this portion out is we can work with this energy to tapping into our own feminine energy of compassion, of communication, of nurturing this new beginning that is being offered to us, and to also find compassion and nurturing forces for ourselves. The next question that I wanted to ask was, what archetype is trying to emerge or evolve during this cycle? And the one that came up was number 33, the Destroyer. And 33 was really important here. 33 is a master number, and it's also 3 repeated, which is Gemini's the third sign of the zodiac. And the zodiac's 3, 6, 9 are mutable energies, and those are very important in our process of evolution through the zodiac wheel. This is a time of kind of integration, of change and integration. And so that's really being highlighted here. And the Destroyer is the savage, the unexpected, the rejecter. It's the final of the 3 archetypes in the trio of existence. And let me just stop there, because I actually had to look up what the trio of existence is. And as a Gemini, I had to go look into it. So the trio of existence is the 3 fundamental archetypes that govern the cycle of life. So we have the creator, the sustainer, and the destroyer. So this is the last one where things break down. And this can also be translated into the mother, the maiden, the mother, and the crone in the divine feminine energy, which is usually used to represent moon cycles also. So this is where the destroyer, this is where things are being teared down, where the status quo is being torn down. And remember, that's what we're being told to do, right? Is to look at the programming that we have received from society, from our family and friends, from external factors, and to tear that down, to come back to ourselves. And it burns away, it burns things away, it burns away the old things, it creates space for rebirth. And that's exactly what we're doing here. So we're nurturing this new beginning, this new birth that we're being provided, but we also need to make space for it by destroying or shedding away the old versions of ourselves, the old things that are no longer in alignment with ourselves. It provides closure, it ends stagnant cycles, and it forces transformation. So the thing about the destroyer that I saw in this archetype was the tarot card. Is that Uranus energy. That Uranus is in Gemini right now. It's that sudden lightning bolt shock where things just crumble completely. And most people, when they have a situation like that where things crumble in their life, they turn to negativity. They obviously feel the pain and the suffering of what that loss is, but they don't realize that destruction is actually a blessing in disguise. Yes, it is painful to lose stability. It is painful to lose whatever you have been lost through that tower moment, but it's actually destroying what wasn't built in a solid foundation, and it's allowing the space for a new foundation to be built, a new structure that is healthier and more in alignment with yourself. And that is exactly here the archetype that's coming through. It's that for some of you, there may have been already instances where your life has broken down, where you've had tower moments and things have not gone your way, and those things are now being shed away from you because they are no longer in alignment. And so you have to see that that was part of the process in order to create the life that you actually want. And for some of you, you may still be going through some stuff and will be going through some removals of energy, people, places, things, situations that need to be destroyed in order for this new beginning to emerge. And I'm going to continue reading this. So the trio of existence has necessary yet painful work to do in the world. Culturally, we have an aversion to endings, and we hang on to permanence as a signifier of success. Yet the destroyer pulls the rug out from underneath relationships, jobs, homes, and all forms of security. It's the part of us that wants things to end. Its painful orientation is to uncover our true purpose. The destroyer does not let us linger long in comforts. As it knows, not much happens in that realm. With its piercing eyes, it seeks out stagnancy from a distance, and the rest becomes history. In the old myths, this is the moment when heads begin to roll, the ground opens up, and castles crumble. Hold on for the ride. The destroyer has arrived. So all these situations may feel, and they are in a lot of ways, very hard to deal with. But what this process is doing is bringing about the destruction of what needs to be destroyed in order for new life to emerge. And that's why we're being told to tap into the feminine energies of nurturing ourselves, or to being compassionate, to provide self-care for ourselves. So when in light, this is swift and precise blows that redirect our lives. And I think that's very important. So this is also you making conscious decisions to remove swift and precise blows to your life, to remove things from your life, people, places, things that redirect your life. So these are situations that you know that once you remove that person, once you remove that situation, once you end that stagnant cycle, your life is going to be different. This is going to put you on a different path. So that is what is being highlighted. But when in the dark, when we don't deal with this destruction, we're actually self-destructing ourselves. We can be in negativity, and we have the unwillingness to rebuild. So again, when we focus on just what we have lost, what we will lose, what has gone bad in our lives, then when we are just going to be sitting in negativity and not giving the care, the nurturing energy to our new beginning. And then that'll make us not want to rebuild anything. And we'll just sit in the crumbles of our castle. We'll sit in the rubble and never actually rebuild. And I wanted to end because I've actually been feeling this energy already since the beginning of this week. And actually, even before that, I've been going through a period of destruction in my life, of my living situation changing, and that of a relationship being X'd out of my life. and that dynamic changing a lot of different other things in my life. And what I've learned in that experience, I didn't focus on the negativity. I didn't focus on the destruction. Yes, it felt uncomfortable. Yes, it wasn't necessarily what I would have loved to happen at this particular moment. But now, being a few weeks removed from the actual destruction, I'm in a better place right now. And I see the bigger picture of why that person had to be removed out of my life, why that living situation had to be removed out of my life, because this is putting me on a path of what I actually want in my life. It's giving me the opportunity to rebuild and rebuild better, and to rebuild actually what I want, not what was convenient at that time for me, what was quote unquote stable at that time. Now I'm going to be given the opportunity to rebuild exactly what my heart, my soul desires, what I love, what I truly love to do. And I've actually been, this energy has been playing out not just in external factors, but also in internal factors, through mission work, through what I want to offer for the world. And just me making this video has also been a destruction of the old way of building content. I was thinking very much logically of what I wanted to do and how I wanted that to present. And this new format is what I want to actually do. What I actually love to do is to see things from a different perspective, and to bring myself into alignment, and to help others into alignment. And so just be aware that this energy isn't necessarily just right now on this new moon, but we're going to be working with this energy for the next month through the moon cycle. And so be aware of the things that are coming up, or actually have been coming up for some time, in order to prepare you for your new beginning, because this is all about new beginnings. It's all about you aligning yourself to what you truly want in your life. It's about going within and tapping into your heart energy and living the life that you actually want to live. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next moon cycle.